centered to be able to listen to their teachers and get to safety. It had little to do with sort of this academic preparedness that schools are about. It had to do more with what I've been calling inner preparedness, to be ready for the moments of challenge. And so what I began to realize on that day is that we need to develop those skills in young people. We need to strengthen them in young people and in adults. Because what started to happen is that these schools already had great programs in social and emotional learning, as we're talking about, but somehow it wasn't enough. These adults were so busy helping young people heal and recover that, you know how they say on the airplane, put on your own oxygen mask first? They had not done that. They were so busy helping other kids that they didn't even take care of themselves. So what we began to do, and we have been doing ever since, is to bring teachers together to go into their own inner lives and to strengthen that place inside of them and to fill that well. And as a result, then, they can give the love and compassion to the children. So I'd like to tell you just a few things about some things that have happened in classrooms. Have you ever been to Brooklyn?
Sure.
Yes? So this is, the first story is a school in Brooklyn. And this is a teacher who learned some of the things we're talking about here today. And what she also learned to do is to allow children to have an inner quiet time every day where they became conscious of their breathing, and it was what they called their quiet time. So this teacher came in one morning to her class. It was a 4th grade class, and she does a wonderful thing. She starts off with a class meeting. All the children talk, and I know that I've visited many schools in India, and they begin school this way in India lots, and lots of our schools are beginning to do that here, where they just bring everybody around for a class meeting before they begin the day. So this teacher, she says to her class, "I'd like to apologize for how I was yesterday with you. I was a little curt. I wasn't as patient as I should have been. I'm really sorry." One of the little boys raises his hand, and he says, "Well, Mrs. T," he said, "do you think that has to do with that yesterday we didn't have any quiet time?" So then another child says, "Mrs. T, everything's forgiven if you don't forget to have quiet time every day." You see, kids are yearning to learn how to go within themselves, to calm that place inside themselves. They're yearning for it. The other quick story is about a little boy who this school is in Upper Manhattan. And in this classroom, as in many classrooms using this work, there's a peace corner. Now this peace corner is a place that it isn't teachers tell them to go there because they're misbehaving. No. This is a place where young people go to be quiet if they need to be quiet. And it's also a place where they could invite others to resolve conflict nonviolently, like we should learn how to do in the rest of the world, of course. They're going to change things around, I think, you know? So anyway, one day, Monday morning, little boy goes right to the peace corner before anything starts. Teacher starts her math lesson, and about an hour later, he was in the peace corner for about 10 minutes. She went over to him, and she said, "Jose, I noticed that you went right to the peace corner, right away. What was happening?" He said that over the weekend, his uncle had died in Nicaragua. And all of the family that were here in New York came together in the living room, and they put all their money in the middle, and there wasn't enough money for him to go to his uncle's funeral. He loved his uncle. He said, "So I was going into the peace corner to just be thinking with gratitude about my uncle and his life. Again, here was a classroom that allowed for the inner life of that child to be nurtured. He went right back to the math, and clearly, it was better for him as a result.